Good afternoon and welcome. We are doing this very differently this year because of COVID-19, the pandemic we're currently experiencing. Although we would like to be with you in person, this Pathfinders Academy. I had a privilege and an honor of presenting last summer, and we were looking forward to working with you again this summer. But based on circumstances, here we are. So I am going to be presenting information regarding the Bachelor of Science degree in Rehab Services and Counseling. My name is Fidencio Mercado. I am the Associate Director and also the Undergraduate Coordinator for our undergraduate Rehab Services degree. Here you see a photo of something that we believe. So we really believe in viewing disability, not necessarily from the aspect of what people cannot do, but really looking at the abilities of what people can do, and individuals with disability services. And that's a main focus of our program. So I'm going to go through a few slides, share information with you. And I know Dr. Lenningham is helping facilitate this, and then there will be, I think, a Q&A opportunity later this summer, should you have any other questions regarding our program. Here are some key faculty and key administrators. Of course, Dr. Reed is our school director. So he and I serve very much what a department chair would serve. Since we are a school, it's just different titles. Dr. Fisher is our current PhD program coordinator. However, he will be stepping down at the end of summer, and Dr. Sandy Hansman will take over beginning fall 2020. As our new PhD program coordinator, Dr. Elizabeth Chavez Palacios is our graduate coordinator for a graduate program, master's program. And then Dr. Blanco, who is our addiction studies coordinator. And I believe you will have information from all of us regarding these programs and different Zoom recordings and videos. And I included Ms. Teresa Guerra, who is our main admin. She's been with the department the longest, over 25 years with the university and within the school. So she really is our admin too, and serves as a key liaison and admin for our school. Many students reach to her and seek her out for information regarding our program, and she's a good resource for everyone as well. So here are some key highlights about our program. We're extremely proud of being one of the largest undergraduate programs on campus. We are definitely one of the largest undergraduate rehab programs in the country. And speaking with other rehab programs across the country, many of them have about anywhere to 40 to 45, no more than 75 majors in their programs. We, however, have anywhere from 600 to about 650 declared majors right now in the School of Rehab for our program. We award about 250 degrees a year. We offer many different sections. So we have about 75 different course offerings, different sections. So we have multiple sections of every single course that we teach at the undergraduate level. We do offer courses on both campuses, both Edinburgh and Brownsville campus primarily. We don't have anything in Harlingen right now, but we did in the past. This, of course, is all changing. We know that things are really fluid with the pandemic and COVID-19. However, our goal is to eventually get back to being able to have that face-to-face interaction and face-to-face courses on both of these campuses. And then a few years ago, we started with ITV. So ITV is a new and exciting way of being able to have faculty members kind of teach simultaneously to both campuses. I've used ITV in the past. I've taught some intro to addictions courses this way. So 1 week I would be on the Edinburgh campus physically, and then students on the Brownsville campus would be remotely connected in. And so they're getting the same lecture and they have the opportunity to ask questions in real time. And then the following week I would go to Brownsville and then, be there face to face and then come back to Edinburgh and so forth. So it's just really an interesting new opportunity that UTRGV offers for schools and for programs that want to take advantage of the ITV teaching modality. So we really enjoyed that. Our goal with this is really just being able to expand our program across the entire valley and being able to offer face-to-face courses and online, of course, but really the face-to-face component on both campuses. So we also have another key program person, Mr. Antonio Aguirre, who oversees a lot of the work that's done on the Brownsville campus. We call that our Rehab South project. But he and I work really close together in being able to manage the program and the growth that we've had across multiple campuses. Here's a photo of some of our Rehab South students. So some of our Rehab South graduates, and as long as students from the Edinburgh campus. This is from probably a year and a half ago. One of I think maybe one of the last face-to-face commencement ceremonies we were able to have. So this is just a few examples, or just a photo of some of our students that are graduated. And it's always great when we can go to a commencement ceremony and be there and be a part of their accomplishments. This is something we take pride in as faculty in their school, is we are there for students. Student success is our number one priority. And being able to see students graduate and walk across the stage is something that's very rewarding for us as faculty members, and the program as a whole. So we're extremely proud of that. Here's an overview of our school. I won't read the whole thing, but really our school and our emphasis is a focus of working with persons with disabilities. So when many people hear rehabilitation services and counseling, many times they think OT or PT. Sometimes with rehab, you can think of substance abuse, although that is somewhat true because we have the addiction studies program that Dr. Blanco oversees. But really our work is working with people with disabilities and all kinds of disabilities. So both physical disabilities, what we call like the visible disability, a hearing impairment, a vision impairment, cerebral palsy, muscular dystrophy, those types of disabilities. Our focus is about independent living, being able to assist and help those individuals return to work, and just really have a impact in their daily lives and be able to feel and encourage them to live with this dignity and respect for all people with disabilities, as well as the hidden disability, which tend to be more like learning disabilities, autism, emotional distress, and so forth. So our commitment is to working with people with disabilities. At the undergraduate level, we do not train our students and our graduates to be counselors at the undergraduate level. That is something that takes place at the master's level. But we do train our students to become rehabilitation specialists or find jobs that are related to being a rehab specialist, whether that be a case manager, an intake specialist, anything like that. So we're also a great program to help you build towards a master's degree in either occupational therapy, physical therapy, psychology, mental health counseling, social work, special education, many of those different types of things. We really have an emphasis on the hands-on experiential learning, which again, right now is a little limited with COVID, but that's our focus, and we take pride in the experiential learning for our program. The greatest thing about our program is that there is no admission, right? So there's no admission to the program. There's not an application that students need to fill out. All someone needs to do is simply just declare rehab as their major, and then they choose from either just a general concentration or a general track, or we also have a specialization in deaf and hard of hearing. So the deaf and hard of hearing, there is ASL that is connected to that. So there's a language development of American Sign Language in that concentration. Also, there are some courses specifically related to working with people who are deaf and hard of hearing, learning about assistive technology for that population, the culture, and the work that takes place with those. The only requirement is that students complete the 120 hours. This is a university requirement for graduation. 60 of those hours are within our program. The other ones come from core, the core basics, and then also from some general electives. There is a 300-hour practicum that is at the end of the program. This is where really the experiential and the hands-on learning really takes place. And again, we're really proud of that. And the only expectation really is that once you're in the program, that students maintain a 2.4, 2.5 GPA. So 2.4 is really our target. Why 2.4? That's just something that we wanted to be above a 2.0. We also didn't want to make a GPA too high and place a lot of restrictions on students working through the program. Here are some career opportunities for students and graduates of our program. Again, human service settings that provide assistance to people with disability. You can also work as case managers in different mental health or behavioral health settings like Tropical Texas Behavioral Health, which is a huge employer of our graduates locally. There's also many of our graduates that go into teaching or the education field through the alternative certification for teacher programs. And then there's an emphasis there with like special education because we truly go through that in our programs with medical aspects, disability laws, ADAD, I mean, ADA, sorry, disability policies and so forth. On average, graduates of our program can earn anywhere from $32,000 to $35,000 a year. Really depends on the setting. If you go into education, we know that that could be a little bit higher. So, going into teaching can be very rewarding and also financially a little bit better in that sense. So really, some tips for success for students is in year one, declare the major so that you can start focusing on the rehab courses. Again, continue to work on the core, which are the basics. In year two, take the recommended core courses and then join one of our student organizations. We have over 6 different student orgs in our school, and I have a slide for that as well. So just get connected and get engaged is a key thing. By year three, we want you to meet with both a university advisor and a rehab faculty advisor. We have several faculty members that have been identified to do some advising and really mentoring with our students. In year four, continue to meet with the advisors. There's a couple of courses that require approvals, which are those practicum courses. We want students to be able to deal with those and go and come to us for approval for that, and then apply for graduation. That's the most, I think, the key thing that most students forget about. And then, of course, every year, make sure that you're meeting with advisors, you're engaged in student activities, and use the resources that are available to you on campus as well, whether it's advisement, tutoring, counseling services, anything. If you're a student that requires accessibility and accommodations, we encourage that you do that immediately so that we can get you connected to the right office and then faculty can make those accommodations. Some things to consider to prepare during high school. Begin to evaluate an interest in a helping profession. Most people don't find us immediately. Many times students find us kind of by chance. They take the intro to rehab class and they really fall in love with what we do as a profession and who we are as a profession. So, but start thinking about that. If you've always wanted to help people and really didn't know how, consider rehab services as one of these options. This is what we do. We are there to help individuals live fully healthy, independent lives. Maintain your GPA in high school. Um, if at all possible in your schools, participate, consider dual enrollment. What this does is really just allows you to come into the university with all of the core classes already completed, and you can jump right into the major, which is ideal, and it's exciting when you can do that, right? And then of course, if you want to visit with us, visit with UTRGV, visit with faculty and students from our department. I've met with high school students before in my office. Again, hopefully things change in the future of face-to-face interactions, but if we need to, we can do advisement through Zoom. We can do meetings through Zoom. Right now we're doing teleconference and Zoom meetings for recruitment activities as well. So anything that we can do to help you get engaged would be ideal. One other key issue and concern, I think this is across all health professions, all the different programs in our college, is that you do need to maintain a clear criminal background. So when we talk about the practicums, we talk about the possibility for licensure once you graduate. Sometimes students go through the entire program not knowing this. So this is something now that we want to communicate upfront from the very beginning to let you know that there will be criminal background checks taking place when you get to practicum. There may be possibilities of that for licensure at the end of graduation, at the end of your academic career. So just be aware of that. Again, going back to student engagement and getting engaged with our student organizations. Again, we have Rehab Club, the ASAP Club, Accessibility Council. So we have a lot of different resources. Some of our agencies, or I'm sorry, some of our student orgs have Facebook or Instagram or other ways to connect through social media. So I, encourage you to do that and share this with your students and share this with your family members. Again, um, the key to success, I think, in college is student engagement. So the earlier on that we can get you engaged, the better. I think that's a key thing. And then I added just a few photos. We have also taken place in study abroad. So we have a course called Family and Disability and Disability Policy and Advocacy, both that we've used as a study abroad course. These are some of our students that were in London, England, and then also in Scottsboro, in Edinburgh, Scotland, sorry, um, over 2 years ago. And there's Dr. Reed, who is our school director. He and his wife actually facilitated and were the instructors of the study abroad course several years ago. We had something else in plan for this year, although that changed with COVID, but Dr. Ms. Blanca Robles, excuse me, Ms. Robles is proposing a study abroad trip to Madrid, Spain. So study abroad is another great way to get engaged and just get credit for academic credit for a class in rehab services, but also lets you explore, many different things. We also incorporate now a minor in expressive arts. So the School of Rehab partnered with the School of Art, and we are now teaching 4 out of the 6 classes through our department, which is great. So expressive arts is just another way, another technique and things to do with you're working with people with disabilities and you're working with people with emotional or mental health issues or behavioral health issues. So these are just some clips, and we did get permission from these students to show this to you. So another, again, just exciting things that are taking place within our program that we're extremely proud of. Here are some resources. Here's the link to our website. And then I will also provide a hard copy to Dr. Lettingham, a Word document with these resources as well. And again, thank you. Thank you so much for your time, for allowing us to record this and do this presentation for you. You have my phone number and email here. There's also the main rehab services email. That's the one that Ms. Guerra facilitates and kind of manages. But anything that we can do to help you in the future, any questions that you may have, feel free to contact us. Let us know so that we can answer anything that you have pending. So thank you again. Thank you for your time, and we look forward to seeing you on campus soon. Thank you.